Hi. My cousin invited me to this Indigenous Revolutionary meeting. She said I had a personal story which might help the cause, so I'm kind of embarrassed about it, but I'm going to read to you from my diary, and I hope you don't judge me too harshly. So last night I was invited to this party, and I met somebody. I'm kind of embarrassed because I know I shouldn't like her, but I do anyway. It is Her Majesty the Evil Queen. That's her official title. But she seems nice, not evil at all. And anyway, I like bad girls. They are fun because they're just dangerous enough to be interesting. Like they could really hurt you. And I don't know, I'm into BDSM. That's kind of a nice arrangement if you both consent. Normally I would have thought she was out of my league, but she flirted with me and took me to the garden where I stole a kiss. I guess besides worrying about the fact that she is really and truly called Her Majesty the Evil Queen, I am a little worried about the power imbalance between us. I mean, I'm a colonized subject of her land. She's not even from here, she's from Europe. I'm part European, but I'm more connected to First Nations, and from what I read in the paper, she doesn't have a good track record of behaving in good faith with my people. She has a tendency to promise things and then not follow through, almost like an alcoholic. Anyway, she says she's only here for a couple of weeks and that she wants to see me again before she goes back to the palace. So we are going for a walk tomorrow night along the river and through the botanical garden. She really likes plants, it seems. She knows the names of flowers and bushes and things. Anyway, I hope I get more than a kiss tomorrow. The next day, I had the most magical night with the Evil Queen. We went for a walk and she stroked my arm while looking deep into my eyes with this look. You know that look, the look of lust. We made out in a little secluded area of the park, and then she took me to bed in her royal hotel room. I brought my box of stuff in the car and we had hot strap-on sex with my new glass dildo. We did a bunch of other stuff too. It seemed to go on, and then we slept for a few hours and woke up and fucked some more. I can still taste her. I don't even want to brush my teeth because it will get rid of it, even though I know it's gross to leave your teeth unbrushed for too long. I will memorize this flavor and then go brush. Oh man, I'm going to see her this afternoon in between her waving out the window at her loyal colonized subjects and her Skype appointment with the Duchess of Cambridge. I don't know where this is heading. Part of me wants a relationship just because I automatically want a relationship when I have awesome sex with someone, but I have a feeling she doesn't return the feelings. The next day, she's leaving today to go to the next province and wave to her subjects and meet local colonizing politicians who uphold her laws. I guess I should have known it would end soon. Lovers of queens never last. She was sweet, though. She gave me a flower called a dandelion that she says grows in her country. It's kind of cute. It's yellow and has lots of tiny petals that make it look like the sun. She says when it goes to seed, it will give me flowers to always remember her by. I thought that was nice. She's not such an evil queen. I don't know how she got that title. A week later. Well, my flower from the Evil Queen went to seed. It was really cute, like a little fuzzball, and my cousin blew the seeds around. We thought that was the end of it, but then I went out to the park later, and it seemed like almost overnight a slew of dandelions were growing there. I stomped on them. I ripped them out. I didn't want them to ruin the local vegetation, but it's not working. They go into seed so soon, and now the stupid park is dotted with them. I'm embarrassed again. I don't want my friends to know I've introduced a foreign species to our flora. It seems to be such an aggressive flower that I'm almost inclined to call it a weed. I feel tricked, like she just used me to make our land as ugly as her land. I've never been to her land, but I imagine it is polluted with all these terrible weeds too. And why would she give me a weed? It seems so tacky. Of all the flowers to give me, now I know why she is called the Evil Queen. 7 hours of bliss isn't worth this endless summer of dandelions. I could kick her ass. All my cousins are making fun of me for fucking the Evil Queen and contracting a weed. They said it's Turtle Island's equivalent of contracting an STD. I offered my little nephew a penny for each dandelion head he gives me to try and cut down on the seeds. It's like a bounty, but the irony does not escape me that when I hand him a bunch of coins, all bear her face. I'm having a hard time remembering why I was attracted to her in the first place. I think it was because she had this exquisite power, but now I realize she also has a twisted sense of humor. I don't want to remember any more of her, but she's on all the money and she's on TV and her terribly beautiful face is on all the stamps. There must have been something more, or was it just lust and bad decision-making? Later, the dandelions never end. They are colonizing the land just as much as the white people are colonizing my people. Someday I will get used to them, I guess, but for now they are just a constant painful reminder of a close encounter with a figurehead of oppression. I suppose there are worse things going on than the dandelions, like the residential schools and the laws against our culture and our languages being forgotten and being stuck on little reserves and poverty and alcoholism and general hostility and racism everywhere from the new people. But for some reason, it's the dandelions that really upset me. I went for a walk the other day and they just kept coming. Everywhere I stepped, there was a dandelion. My cousin says they aren't so bad. They are kind of pretty unless they are in seed, and they give the bees pollen. And you can make a salad with them, and she thinks they have medicinal qualities. She's such an optimist, it makes me want to barf. I think I have to go to Europe and see the evil queen and ask her if there's some way we can get rid of them. Maybe I will take her a native plant. I arrived here in Europe and went straight to the palace. She's got guards wearing bearskin hats. I feel badly for the bears that died to make their hats. I had a hard time getting to her throne room. I had to go on a tour and deke out when everyone is distracted enough not to notice me leaving. I found her reading some proclamation she was about to make from the grand balcony. She looked a little bit guilty when I spotted her, but she shook it off and then waved me over. I told her everything about the dandelions and asked if there was anything I could do to get rid of them. She said no. Once they are in the environment, they will never leave. Even if you poison them, they will always come back. It was a futile trip. She tried to flirt with me, but I was furious and ended up leaving. I got on a plane and went home. The kicker is that customs took my little native flower from me that I was trying to use to infect Europe. They said they will burn it and that countries aren't permitted to import flora or insects or fruit without specific protocol being followed. They even fined me 200 pounds. Crap. So the moral of the story is, if her name is the evil queen, there is a reason and you should be careful. Thanks for listening. Miigwech.